I don't know why you'd waste food and why well, a woman who attacked a Chipotle worker is going to have to do her own fast food work. I want you to watch this. That's assault. It's plain and clear. That's assault. What should the punishment be? Per Fox 8 in Parma, Ohio, 39-year-old Rosemary Hayne was found guilty of one count of assault on Tuesday for throwing her Chipotle order at an employee and was sentenced to jail time. Good. Parma Municipal Court Judge Timothy Gilligan sentenced Hayne, gave her the chance to work off part of the sentence by working at a fast food restaurant. You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like it, and this is how you respond, Judge Gilligan said during sentencing. This is not Real Housewives of Parma. This behavior is not acceptable. Hayne told the court and the victim, Emily Russell, that she was sorry for her actions and there was no excuse for her behavior. However, she then went on to say that she was not happy with the way her food was prepared. Good grief. Maybe they should have Real Housewives of Parma, Ohio. I've lived not in Parma, but close, and perhaps they need to have it. If that is what you're talking about, you didn't get your burrito bowl the right way, okay? Eat it anyway.
I feel like I would watch that show. I would watch The Real Housewives of Parma. I don't watch a lot of the Housewives anymore, maybe once upon a time, but I would watch that one. I just don't understand. The other day, I went to Burger King and I got a classic chicken sandwich, and it's supposed to come with mayo and lettuce on it, but instead they gave me mustard and pickles. And I got it and I was disappointed, but then you just say, oh man, and then you move on with your life. You don't throw a chicken sandwich at somebody, especially not a fast food worker who is already overworked, underpaid, all the things, working a terrible job that I'm sure that they would already rather not be working. But this, I mean, the punishment is wonderful, right? They always say that a lot of these people who go to places and they mistreat retail workers and food workers, all these people who are working in just regular everyday jobs when they have to interact with customers, the people who don't understand what the life of those people is like. I have never worked those jobs, obviously. So I think a little bit of perspective can go a long way. And hopefully she gets it. You know, hopefully it won't even take 2 months of doing a job like that before she kind of gets that she's way out of line.
That's not worth it. Okay, I would have given her, it's a creative sentence, but I would have given her more based on her dippy statement and the fact that she was very close, in close proximity to the worker. That was assault. It wasn't just a food fight. It was probably warm. You know, Chipotle does a good job of, it's fresh. They make it fresh. It's warm. Okay. There's warm stuff in the bowl. And I'd give her more for that. The dippiness went on. She said, if I showed you how my food looked, how my food looked a week later from that same restaurant, it's disgusting looking, Hayne said. I bet you won't be happy with the food you are going to get in the jail, the judge said. Cleveland's Fox 8 with the details there. They might just give her bologna. No mayo, no mustard, nothing. I think they just give you white bread, or it could just be from a movie I watched, you know, Return to Alcatraz or something, but it's bologna and there's no condiments. So you want it your way? It's not going to be that way in jail. The judge is right. It was in September. Russell, working at a Parma Chipotle, was attacked by Hayne, who was angry about her order. Cell phone footage shows Hayne bring her Chipotle bowl to the counter and slam it down, confronting the worker. Seconds later, Hayne is seen throwing the entire bowl in Russell's face. The judge sentenced her to 180 days in jail and suspended 90 of those days. He said he would give her 60 days jail credit if she worked at least 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months. Hayne said she planned to get a job at a restaurant, warning all customers wherever she does get that job, you may want to go elsewhere for at least about 8 weeks, because we don't know, her temperament's not right. You think on the other side, she's going to be better? No. Okay. I doubt it. It's just my opinion. Russell told the judge she ended up quitting her job after the incident because she was traumatized and now works elsewhere. She told Fox 8 she felt the sentence was fair, and the perp, I guess, didn't get a slap on the wrist. Judge said he was appalled at the defendant's actions and wanted to come up with a sentence that would hopefully teach her a lesson. So I thought, why should the city taxpayers pay for her and feed her for 90 days in the jail if I can teach her a sense of empathy, the judge said. I also hope this deters others from this type of behavior. All right, so maybe I should rethink that. The judge is right. Taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for this. And by the way, if there is a Real Housewives of Parma, I don't think she should be rewarded. I don't think she should be rewarded by becoming a cast member, maybe a friend of the show. You know, they have the friends, they don't make as much, they're not on as much. But I don't think she should be a main cast member. What say you?
No, I don't think she should be a cast member either. I think that, thank you for the inspiration. Now we know where the next Housewife franchise needs to be located, is somewhere in the Parma region, if not Parma itself. I do commend the judge also, though, for at least trying to instill some kind of rehabilitation into the justice system that we have. Because right now, you commit a crime, and then after the fact, you're punished for it. And we do very little as far as preventing certain things from happening again in the future, right? A lot of times you send people to jail and they come out different, maybe not better, right? I don't know how jail is supposed to rehabilitate people when they're not really taught how to be rehabilitated while they're in the prisons, and they're not given a whole lot of, resources to better themselves once they're out after the fact. So hopefully, something good at least comes out of this one case.
Yeah.
And I also respect the judge for thinking about the taxpayers' dollars and where it's going.
Yes, Judge Gilligan, bravo to you. Where's the skipper, Marianne? Now I'm dating myself. But I think you're right. This is very, very smart. And I think, and you're going to think I'm being loopy again, but I think that people who do this kind of thing perhaps should be forced to take, maybe it's akin to anger management, but maybe you need a course on how to be a good customer. The U-Haul lady, mandatory report. The Chipotle lady, mandatory report. There must be a way to kind of
why do they think
reprogram
it's okay
you.
to act this way in public with people? It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing. She should be barred from Chipotle for life. That should just happen anyway. And she is rehabilitated.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she is. Yeah,
she should be. Is Chipotle going to weigh in?